Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, we're drinking bourbon. But not just any bourbon, a special bourbon. It's the first bourbon, in fact, we have ever got from a distillery in Kentucky straight to us by a person that we knew, I think.
Cue the title screen.
All right, Ben, we should probably tell people what we're drinking.
I think you already did.
Well,
we've got a special bourbon, bam, that came from the distillery. This is Peerless Single Barrel. All right, Greg, we've had Peerless before. We've liked everything we've had from them.
So we've had regular Peerless and then the double oak.
Yeah.
Both of which were amazing.
Yes.
But short story short, my wife happened to be in Kentucky for a volleyball tournament, had only a little bit of time in Louisville, went for a walk from her hotel right around the corner. Voila, Peerless was open on a Monday. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
She went in, she got to meet the cat. Evidently there's this whole thing about a cat who has its own Instagram channel. And
Oh.
But anyway, she picked up a single barrel. So here we go. Distillery sourced.
Distillery only.
Not a lot on the nose yet. It's building.
This is not what I was expecting from this at all. Because the regular Peerless, I remember like we've had it a couple times, very cinnamon forward, big red gum, sort of like cinnamon. I am not getting that at all on this one.
I'm getting something, like there's a flavor, but it's a heavy flavor, and I haven't identified it yet.
Do you know what the notes I'm getting on the nose here is like a mash? Like a brewery mash.
Oh,
like
it says sweet mash. By the way, each one of these are sweet mash, not sour mash, if that matters to you.
That's interesting because I did not know that, but I'm getting like, you ever been like to like a brewery tour or something, or you see like the mash and it just smells like a, I don't know, like a grain mash.
I am getting a flavor, and it's a fruit.
Okay.
And it's not a fruit I like. That's a concern.
Okay.
I'm getting a little cantaloupe.
Are you really?
I'm getting a little cantaloupe.
You're not going to say this is gone cantaloupe.
Well, that's my concern.
Before this review goes cantaloupe, let's get into the taste here. Cheers.
Exactly. Oh wow, it pulled itself out. Way different. Way different than the nose.
Really? I don't know.
It's still got harshness though. Like my co-host.
Boy, this is really, really weird.
Well, I'll let you decide if it's good or not. It's got some interesting notes, but it is very... Certain bourbons they say have a lot of flavors and they work well together. This one has some very unique spikes of flavor and areas where it has nothing.
Yeah, this is... I'm not going to say I don't like it because I like it.
Okay. But
it's definitely an oddball.
It's dry, astringent. That's kind of noticeable.
There's a light, like an apple vinegar. And maybe that kind of ties into that, like that brewer's mash that I'm getting. There's like a fermented sort of...
I don't know if we mentioned, it's 114 point something proof, 114.6. So the ethanol is kind of noticeable.
Boy, this is a really kind of a bizarre bottle because I'm having a weird, like, this is so off profile. It almost tastes like a different style of whiskey to me.
Okay.
But I like it. It's like I'm enjoying it, and I certainly wouldn't be opposed to another pour of it.
So I have a suggestion. I was concerned because occasionally single barrels are like all over the place because they're single barrels.
Yep.
We do have another Peerless product. Should we do a comparison? Just a small pour just to see.
I don't see any way around it at this point.
I think we need to.
Man, now I'm getting like some There are some traditional bourbon notes coming through now on the nose, that last sniff. And now I got like a little bit of a smoker vibe, like a barbecue. But I use apple juice in my smoker to smoke meat. Really? Yeah, you pour some apple juice in the tray in the bottom. And that apple vinegar kind of vibe I was getting. Boy, this is a really, maybe something happened to me just before we turned on the camera, but I'm gonna have to pour a little bit more of this.
Okay.
For science.
For science.
And then,
like, I could see the apple cider kind of note a little bit. It's subtle.
Yeah, it's weird.
Kind of like you're smoking a pork loin with a little bit of apple cider, maybe apple chips, like the wood chips. Mesquite kind of note. There's a dry bitterness, astringent kind of note that's really prominent though.
Maybe we settle on like apple vinegar, apple wood.
Yeah.
Like wood chips in a smoker.
But then a little bit of brown sugar. It's subtle. It's not crazy sweet bourbon, but there's some sweetness there.
So let's wrap up like our opinions on this, then we'll bring the double oak in.
Okay.
Just as a little bonus at the end of the video. This is good, but it's very different. Now, it's a single barrel from the distillery only, so how many people watching this video are actually gonna get one?
Lots.
Well, hopefully. You know, but we realize this is kind of a unique bottle that, you know, not everybody's probably going to have access to.
Yeah.
But please hold, we're going to bring in the double oak in just a second. And we're back. We've got the Peerless double oak poured. We've had this before, done a review of it before. Check that out. Loved it.
Yep.
Very good bourbon. I'm going to take one more sip of the single barrel here.
Fair enough.
Since this is becoming more and more bourbon-y and not quite so wonky.
Yeah, after several sips, it's kind of turned traditional bourbon a bit. But there's still that dryness on the finish.
I wouldn't say traditional, but it's getting
there's a little bit of
on top of those other weird flavors that were already there.
Yeah.
Very dry, though. I will agree with you on that. It's very, very dry.
Right.
All right, so let's go in for the double oak. This is a treat. Oh, yeah.
Way sweeter.
That smells wonderful.
And that, I mean, okay, let's assume this is the same as this. Then they put it in the second barrel. It picked up a lot more sweetness.
Yeah.
Or something, you know, I mean, the proof is similar, 109, 114.
There's a real nice oakiness to the double oak, which is to be expected.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
But it's not just that tannic and regular, just charred oak.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's like a sweetness and...
But more vanilla caramel type notes as well, which are totally missing.
It's dark and shiny, if that makes any sense. That's a weird way to describe a smell, but it is. There's like a brightness to it.
No, I think you stick with the weird way to describe it.
Dark and shiny. All right, let's see if it is in the palate. Cheers. A little more chocolatey. Get that dark double oak flavor profile. Kind of double oaks always give you like a dark richness, yeah.
Okay, now that I've had both, I see like a family resemblance out of them. But this one does bring a little bit more character to the mid taste with some more notes, individual things that you can kind of pull out sweetness wise. They both have really good density and mouthfeel. That is so good. That double oak is great bourbon. But actually, the finish on this is better because it tamps down that bitterness on the finish with a, how do you want to describe the finish?
What I'm getting is that...
Wrong. No, go ahead.
What was the, you came up with a great way of describing this, like that, it almost has a texture to it, like an effervescent texture
like
to
corduroy?
it. No, not the corduroy, but that is a note you have come up with. But yeah, it just has like that kind of graspy, raspy sort of feel. I think raspy was it. Where like the flavors are really like that proof comes through with the flavors and it gives you that almost like, it's almost textured like a granular, sugary texture, but it's in the flavor, which is weird. Yeah, I can see that. The granulated, like, oh man. Iced tea that you pour some sugar in that hasn't fully dissolved, so you're actually like chewing on granules of sugar. Not that I've ever done that. Yeah, there's like a real richness on this one that doesn't come through on the single barrel. Right, and the single barrel's good. Going back to it now, comparison, I'm definitely noticing that apple vanilla or that apple vinegar. applewood chips in the smoker. On the nose especially. I mean, I feel like I'm standing in front of my smoker right now with the, aromas coming out of it.
Blackstone things that doesn't smoke? It's just
That's a griddle, but I have a smoker as well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh.
But the taste of this is much more basic compared to the double oak. Man, this is just a weird comparison. Totally recommend the Peerless Double Oak, for sure. This is a great bottle. $80 it runs, something like that.
I won this in the lottery. I was picked to pick
Wright County Whiskey Club.
Wright County Whiskey Club.
Go check out their Facebook page.
Yeah.
They do tastings and they do barrel picks and stuff like that, all for charity.
All for charity.
Yep.
So that's where this one came from. This one, you gotta go to the distillery. I like it. It is much more of a whiskey nerd if you're really, really, really into that non-sweet, kind of like experience type whiskey type of thing. Admittedly, I'm not.
But it's a single barrel, so who knows? I mean, maybe it's just a weird barrel, in which case that makes it even kind of cooler, makes it even a little more unique.
Yeah.
We got the applewood.
The applewood
smoker.
Smoke
Yeah.
experience.
Like, if we would have done a barrel pick and picked this one, that's probably the name we would have come up, like some sort of creative.
Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah. And if you want to help us get to the point of ever being able to do barrel picks, check out our Patreon.
That's a good idea.
Go to Patreon, search the Bourbon Note, or it's in our bio, I think. All right, here's the blend. Let's see what happens.
I'm convinced.
Pretty good blend.
I think distilleries need to hire us.
Yeah.
To suggest blends for them, because I think we've had off blends, admittedly, but that works.
Yeah, that one actually works pretty well.
Yep.
Yeah, I dig it. So, I would definitely still recommend getting a bottle of this if you go to the distillery.
I would definitely recommend visiting the distillery because it's freaking awesome. I saw pictures.
Yeah.
I wish I were there.
The regular Peerless is great. The Double Oak is great. So yeah, I mean, I'm a Peerless fan. Their products tend to run in that 70 to 80 range. Interestingly enough, the bourbon is like $80 and the Double Oak is not much more.
I don't know. I've never actually seen this for sale.
I think I saw it in the wild for like $85 or $89 or something like that. And the Double Oak Rye is not much different either, if I remember correctly. So anyway, this has been a couple of Peerless products on the Bourbon Note. I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Till next time. See you next time.